Hey, welcome back to the CasinoIncomeAcademy.com YouTube channel. So lots of cool stuff going on. As you guys know, you can enroll now for free over at Casino Income Academy to get our top secret confidential newsletter that's going to be starting this week with lots of incredible strategies, reviews, tips, tricks, and discounts, and all kinds of other stuff. And just by enrolling, you are getting a $200 discount hotel saver card that you can use for thousands of different hotels all over the world, just for saying thank you. So today I'm going to do something interesting. This is a system, the bet selection. You guys have seen this. I've shown this on my channel a long time ago. Other people have shown this as well. But we're going to do it with a twist. One of our students brought this back to my attention and asked if I had ever done the old system but with newer money management. And you know what? I've never done it. So let's talk about the math behind this first. As always, we try to put probabilities and statistics first on our bet selection. We don't guess. We don't have crystal balls. We don't pretend crystal balls. We don't have any kind of crazy holy grail that you're never going to lose nonsense. We take the best bet selections. We put them through AI, simulations, and everything else. We know the good, we know the bad, and then we try to connect it with the best money management. Not martingale, not nonsense. All right, so for the first time, I put this bet selection through ChatGPT, and I knew what the math was, but it's kind of cool when you see it really laid out. So let's do this. So we know, let's pull that up again. Here's your even money bets for roulette, right? The table is always set up like this. Every once in a while on simulators, by the way, I see this screwed up where it's completely different. You don't really see that in real life, but you do see it sometimes on the simulators. But this is the setup that you're going to see whether you're on a cruise ship, Hard Rock, MGM, Venetian, whatever. It looks like this. All right? So this is, let's talk about this as if no one's seen this before, because there's a lot of new people. So what I asked ChatGPT is, in a non-visual way, can you provide me with a chart that goes from the left side of the even money bets going to the right, and give me an indication, probability, and odds as to what the probability is of exactly in the results consecutively of it actually matching up to the felt. So for anybody that doesn't understand what I'm saying, here it is. If our first result does fall into the 1 through 18, what is the chance or probability that the next one is going to be an even? And what is the probability of the next one being a red? And the next one being a black, and an odd, and a 19 through 36. So basically what we're saying is it possible for the next 6 results to fall into this? Now, I can tell you from playing this system for many, many years, yes, it can happen, but it doesn't happen often because one of them usually gets bounced. So it'll go 1 through 18. The next one will be even, but the next one will be black. And it stops the pattern, right? So let's look at the math that ChatGPT gave us. And this is really cool. So we know, let's see how it did this. Here's the individual event probability, right? The individual event probability. Each one of these is an even money bet. And when you figure in the 0 and the double zeros, each one of these individually has the exact same percentage or odds of coming in, right? 0.4737. So if you didn't know it, when you put money on a red or a black or any of these, your chances of winning are not 50% because of the greens, because we have the 0 and the double zero. It's 0.47, right? It's not exactly a coin flip. But what we're looking to do is go way beyond that, and we're looking for the consecutive hits across the felt, right? Consecutive hits across the felt. So let's make sure we're looking at this correctly. All right, here it is. Here's red, black. Oh, actually, this is not correct. Let me see what it did here, guys. Step 1, red. Step 2, black. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. It made a mistake, and we'll make it correct. Okay, so now we've got it down to a science. So let me see. Hold on one second. Let's pull that up. And now it has it in the correct order. Okay, there you go. So we want to go from left to right. Right here, left to right. Now, you can go right to left. It's going to be the same thing. But I wanted to show it correctly. All right, so here we go. 1 through 18, right? So we know there's no order there's no sequence. So what is the chance of the first time we put a bet down? What's the chance? Well, we already saw that it's the same. It's 0.4737. But now it has to hit even on the very next one. So here's the probability, right? Now it's 0.2244. Red, now it has to do it 3 times basically. And here's the math. Here's the way they do the probability. The formulas are always here. We're not making it up. It's ChatGPT doing the math. Look what it drops to. 0.1063. And then for the next one to actually come in black, 0.0503. Look at this. 0.02. And for it to go all the way across, 0.0113. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands this. Now, this is kind of interesting. It's asking would I like a breakdown of how often this might occur. So let's say, yes, give breakdown over 5,000 spins. And let's see what it tells us. This should be very interesting because math in big quantities, in big data, doesn't lie, right? So this is how it's doing the math. 57 times. So now we had 5,000 spins, and it's 57 expected to, 57 sequences. All right? So basically what it's telling us is 57 sequences out of 5,000, it went straight across. I think I like those odds. Now, I didn't know those odds, right? I didn't know those odds, even though we've been doing this for years. Did I know this exact math? No. But that's the beauty of using AI. All right? So now, let me talk about the next situation. Now that you have the math, we are going to talk about the interesting new way that we're going to try this that I've never tried before. We've done all kinds of money management on this, but I have never used our faction system. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. We're going to use $10 and we're going to go right on the 1 through 18. And we're going to talk about how you can use faction with this. All right, that's a win. Oh, you know what? Yeah, so I guess I should have explained this to you. So when we go across from left to right, we are basically betting that the opposite is not going to happen. So I should explain this. We're betting the opposite of the We're betting if we're going to go left to right, we are saying that the right to left is not going to happen. The odds are the same that I just showed you. It's exactly the same. So when we start on the left, we're saying, I dare you to go from the right to the left in order. If we go from the right to the left, we're saying that we don't believe that the layout from the left to the right is going to come in order. So what we're doing is we're going to start by going left to right, which means I dare you to do the 19 through 36 odd, black, red, even, and 1 through 18 in order. Okay? Just so that nobody gets crazy confused, because I just showed you the odds from the left to the right. All right. So we won, right? There is no money management when you win, right? There is no money management when you win, right? So we're going to restart again. Here we go. And we're just going to stay right there, or we can flip to the other side if you want. You can start from the opposite side. So here, I'll show you how we do that. So on a win, we can flip. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do this. So now our $10 is here, which means we're daring them to go left to right. All right. So we lost, which means that this one came in. All right. So now we're going to move to the odd. So let's take this off. And here's how our money management's going to work. That is our L. So when we do, let me see if I can get that to work right. There we go. So when we use our faction 3, it's in sequences of 3, but we only get into the sequence. We only get into the sequence when we have a loss. So that is a loss. And with faction 3, we don't go up on the sequence of 3. We stay at the same bet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move here, which is daring the casino to hit this and this in a row. Here we go. Okay, that is a 0. It's a loss. The way we play it in this system, or at least the way I play it, is we did lose, but we're not going to count it in the bigger picture. Okay, we're not going to count it in the bigger picture. For movement-wise, movement. We will count it in the money management. And we may tweak that, because this is the first time we're using the faction 3 with this system. Hold on one second, guys. I think I lost my internet connection. Let's make sure we're back up and running. Okay. So we had our second loss. We're going to put it there, but we're going to leave it here because we don't count the zeros as movement in a row. And here we go. Okay, it's a win, right? So basically what happens there is it's a W in the faction 3, right? This is a losing sequence. So we would go up on the next bet. So let's just show you how that works. So now we're going to restart because we had our win here. Okay? So we go back, and this time we're going to start back on the left side. But this time we're going to go to 2 units. So now we're at 20 because we lost this sequence of 3. And here we go. All right, that's a loss to start with, right? Just put an L here so we make sure we're following the path. We're going to take this down, and we stay at the 2 unit bet because we're doing sequences of 3, and we move to the one to the right. And we win. Now, let me show you how faction 3 works if you don't understand. An L and a W is a break even. And it just means that we just restart. It's a restart, okay? So where are we at in terms of our bankroll? We're back to break even. So what do you think we're going to do? We are going to go right back to our $10 bets, right? And we'll restart from the other side. And here we go. That's That's an instant win. We don't have to worry about money management on a first bet sequence instant win. So we just remove it, and we now flip to the other side if you want to. And here we go. And we're up 1 unit right now. Okay, that's a loss. That triggers us in to the faction 3. And we're going to keep going on the same amount, but now we move to the right. And it's a win. So understand, people that are new to the faction 3, this is a slow crawl. We don't need a big bankroll to play. And that's the beauty of this. And our volatility of our bankroll is so much lower. So we have an L and a W. You know what that means, right? It's basically a break even. So we're no longer in the faction 3. And it's a restart because we had a win. So now we go to the other side. 23. That's a win. We don't have to worry about going into faction 3. We're now up 2 units. We're up 2 units. And we're going to go back to the 1 through 18. We're going to flip to the other side. And that's a win. We don't have to do anything with faction 3. We clear. We're up 3 units. So when I play this for as big money as I can, knowing that the odds are in my favor. Use faction 3 so it's a super slow crawl. And I look to make anywhere between 4 to 6 units and call it a session. Okay? So let's flip back here and we'll just do a few more. Another win. There you go. Take it down. We're up 4 units. If I was playing with $50 units or $100 units, I'd be done. But let's just keep going just to show you a little bit more. We flip to the other side. Okay, that's a loss. That triggers us in. That's an L, right? We're in our faction 3. We're going to take that down, right? And we're going to stay at the $10 bet level because we stay there for up to 3 if we go to the 3. Because remember, an LW is a reset. Okay. That's another loss. So that's a second L. And now we're moving to the 3rd and final bet in the sequence, which is going to be the red because we're moving to the right. We're saying, I dare you to go all the way across. Okay, 3rd L. So that sequence is over, and we lose a sequence. We can do one of 2 things depending on how aggressive or conservative you want to be. I keep it conservative. So I only go up 1 unit on the next bet, right? On the next sequence. But knowing the math, if you want to be more aggressive, if you have 3 L's, instead of just an L, L, and a W, if you have 3 L's, you can double the bet. That's up to you. I keep it, I'm going to show you the conservative, where the next sequence is only going to go up by 1. I keep it ultra conservative. Now we're going to be on black, and we're on our 2nd sequence, so we go up by 1. And we win, right? We win. So that's what it looks like, a win there. Now let's see where we are at. We're still up 3. Now, you could tell me that if you would have doubled on the 2nd sequence because of the 3 L's, you'd be up more. I agree with you. You can do whatever you want to do with the faction 3. So let's do one more, and we're going to restart on this side, right? And we can close these out, close them out, close it out, and we're all fresh again. Here we go. That's a win. We don't even have to mark it down. It's what we call a bonus win on the faction 3. We switch to the other side. That's a loss. It triggers us in. Let's put an L down. Okay. Let's take this off. We do our 2nd bet. It's on even. We're moving to the right. And it's a win. So what happens with an L and a W? It's a break even, right? It's a break even. Now, it's like a restart, but we still have to go to the other side if you want to follow the way that I'm playing it. We're up 4 units right now. Loss. Now that's a green loss, but we still consider it a loss, right? And what we're going to do, again, we do not consider that. We consider it a money loss, but we don't consider it a loss as in movement on the felt. So we're going to stay right there. We're going to stay right there. And that's the way I play it. You know, that's the way I play it. Okay, that's a second L. Now we have to move. And we're still at our $10 base unit level. We're still in our 3 sequence. And there's a win. So here's the decision, right? This is a losing sequence, but it's not an LLL. So I personally would only go up a unit here. I try to keep it really conservative. So I'm going to now go up a unit and move to the left, since we're going right to left now. And this next one is going to be 2 units, right? On the new sequence. And it's a win. So where are we at, right? Where are we at? We're up 5 units now. For me, that's a restart. Even if these all 3 were L's, and this is a win, it's a restart for me. Do you notice that we never have gone up? We've gone up to a level 2, a 2-unit bet. That's it. Because the faction 3 is kicking butt. So this is the way. Now, if you lose the second session, let me finish this video like this so that everybody knows that's not familiar with faction 3. Let's say this happens. And then let's say you're on your 2-unit bet and this happens. Right? What does that mean? It's still a restart. It's up to you whether you want to start the next sequence and remain at the 2-unit level because you didn't make up any ground here, right? That's up to you if you want to do that, okay? That's up to you. Now, if this happens, let's say it's another LLW, which happens all the time. You're going to go up in the next sequence another unit. If it's an LLL, you again have to make the decision if you want to be aggressive and do a double or just go up by the unit. I'm telling you, I only go up by the unit 99% of the time. I don't need to be aggressive. So this is an older system that we play, now come back to life with a phenomenal money management concept. If you play this with tight money management and don't be sitting here for 37 hours straight thinking you have a lottery ticket, you are going to do very well. But it's up to you. I'm not sitting there with you. This is a solo sport. If you're going to push the envelope and you're going to wait until you have bad things happen, that's on you. We look to make profit and get pluses on our log sheet for the day. Plus 50, plus 40, plus 50, plus 40. If I'm playing at this level, and if I'm happy with 5 units in a mini game, and if I play 4 mini games and they're as simple as this has been, I made $200. If you build your bankroll and you start using $20 as your base bet, you made $400. If you grow it again, how much more did you make? So it's on you if you want to be aggressive and ridiculous instead of growing your paycheck. If you want to grow your paycheck, this is the way to do it. Slow, tight profit targets. Don't let any session knock you off your game. So that's the deal. If you guys have not enrolled for free over at casinoincomeacademy.com, click the enroll button over there. Get on our newsletter. You're going to get a lot of stuff that you're not going to see here on YouTube. You're also going to get discounts on our graduate level digital courses and modules and everything that's coming, and a whole bunch of stuff that I can't talk about yet. So have a great day. Have a great weekend. Get out of the sun, unless you're in the pool or the ocean. And we'll see you on the next video.